Good afternoon. I am Sergeant Thomas, the supervisor in charge of the Law Enforcement Training Academy, along with my partner, Sergeant Diggs, under the direction of Captain Bartolomeo and Lieutenant Williams. I want to thank you all, families and friends, for coming out here today. At this time, the graduation ceremony of Class 5121 will now commence. Class, left, face, department, attention. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remove your hats and join me in a moment of silence as we honor all the lives of law enforcement officers that have paid the ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty. Thank you. Please be seated. Chief Thompson will now come and welcome Class 5121, followed by Sheriff Install.
Hi, good afternoon. On behalf of Sheriff Ken Stolley, Under Sheriff Brian Struzzari, my cohort Chief Deputy Rocky Holcomb, I would like to welcome you to this graduation for Class 5121. My name is Victoria Thompson. I'm the Chief Deputy of Operations, and we are here to celebrate with family and friends and other law enforcement officers the graduation of this great class. We have many people here, not as many as we'd like due to COVID, but we do have many people here, and we have a number of people watching on Facebook Live that want to share in this graduation with you. Prior to going into some of the information that I have, I would like to thank and welcome anyone who is currently in the military, previously served in the military, current law enforcement, previous law enforcement, or other first responders. If those people would please stand up, I'd like to give you your due applause. Last but definitely not least, I want to welcome the families of this graduating class. Your deputy has embarked on a career that is like no other. It's not like working at a factory. It's not like working in retail or in a business environment. They've taken on some challenges that are different from anything that any of a normal person might see. You know, please don't underestimate your role in their career moving forward. They've taken a path that's not an easy one. Over the last 17 weeks or so, this class completed a number of physical, mental, and purely academic challenges. They're at the beginning of their career, and I and many others have found this career to be very rewarding. We at the Sheriff's Office have some expectations of this class that I'm going to read out to you. And these are only some of the expectations. One of them is for them to never stop learning. And I went and talked to them just briefly a couple of minutes ago before this ceremony, and they were talking about going to college. I'm so happy to hear that, because they should never stop learning, because this is a moving forward organization, and this is one where you can't stay stagnant. So I was happy to hear that they were never going to stop learning. I'd like to say always be vigilant, because you never know what's going to happen. We don't deal with the best people and maybe not the best people, but we don't deal with people all the time who are in the right frame of mind. So always be vigilant and always pay attention to what's around you. Protect yourself, protect your teammates. Finally, remember, your word is yours to keep. Be honest, be fair, do the right thing at the right time. We strive for excellence in this office every day, and we want that from you as well. Deputies, when you leave here today, you're gonna leave here with new knowledge that you've gained. You're gonna leave here with a family, and we talked about family when you were hired, and we talk about family throughout. You're leaving here as a part of this family. Your family is a part of this family. You're also gonna leave here with lifelong memories and friendships that will never go away. I also want you to leave here knowing that we are proud of you. You're a part of us. You represent the future of the Virginia Beach Sheriff's Office. You represent the future of public safety. So welcome to our family. Families, welcome to our family, because you're every bit a part of us as they are. So without further ado on that welcome along, I'm going to introduce Sheriff Ken Stolle, and he's going to give his remarks to the graduating class.
Thank you for being here, especially the graduates. A lot of people want to reach for the stars, but not many people can wear a star. And that's evidenced by the graduating class started off at 18, it's now down to 9. So they are not, it's not as easy to get to the academy as a lot of people think. I want to thank again the fisheries, is my second favorite department in the state of Virginia. I like to do a lot of hunting, and they've been very helpful to me. And so thank you for being here today. You got a son here? I think, okay, well, great. I'll keep an eye on him. He's only 18, I think, right? Not 19 now. We'll keep an eye on him, right? Don't worry about it. I think that, it was 46 years ago, I graduated from the police academy here in Virginia Beach. I was a police officer for 11 years, and then I decided to read the laws. I read the laws, started going to law school, and half my friends stopped talking to me when I passed the bar exam, and they didn't want to be associated with an attorney. And then I got involved in politics and ran for the Senate of Virginia, got elected to the Senate of Virginia, and the other half stopped talking to me. And so I didn't have any friends when I was a state senator and a lawyer. And, two bad things. The only thing I could do worse than I'd be a car dealer, I guess, or a dentist, one or the other. But I was in the Senate for 18 years, so my background is a little bit different than most people in here. Well, I was in the Senate for 18 years, and I decided to come back and run for sheriff in 2009, got elected in 2009, beginning in 2010. I've been the sheriff for the last 12 years, and amazing enough, all my friends have come back to me now, and they're willing to talk to me because I'm back in law enforcement, and I'm not a politician. I guess I still am a politician. I just ran and got reelected for 4 more years, but I think that today is an important day for these recruits, and it's an important day for you too, because you want to know what your recruit, your son or daughter or grandson or daughter are doing, and whether they're safe or not. And I think we run the finest jail in Virginia. We run the safest jail in Virginia. And we are very proud of that. It's not because of me or Tori or Brian or Rocky. It's because of the deputies here that make up the training and the deputies that work in the courts and the deputies that work in the jail, sometimes endlessly, that make us as great as we are. And I think that, I want to thank Captain Bartolomeo. I want to thank Captain John Vargas, who Captain Bartolomeo relieved, and all the staff members here for everything they've done to help prepare these recruits for the jail or I think I'll go to the jail, don't they, Bart?
Yes, sir.
I'll start off in the jail. Well, I want to read a little bit to you today about our mission so you can understand a little bit better. I think that, oftentimes all the things that go on TV mislead people about what our mission is and how we accomplish our mission. And so, these black and white and Indian and any makeup here are going to have to defend themselves and their values when they go into the jail. If you carry yourself weakly, they'll take advantage of it. If you carry yourself strongly and exude confidence, it'll be safe, you'll be there, you'll be good there. But I think you have to believe in yourself first, and that's what this academy is partially about, making you believe in yourself, that you can control the scenes, and maybe you can, maybe you can't, but you need to believe in yourself to make that happen. Never get out of the fight. Michael Murphy used to say that, a SEAL lieutenant was killed over in Afghanistan, and his son would never get out of the fight. If you find yourself in a difficult situation, call for assistance and stay in the fight, but never get out of the fight. What I want to read you is the mission statement from Virginia Beach Sheriff's Office. And the mission of the Virginia Beach Sheriff's Office is to provide for the public safety of the citizens of Virginia Beach through the efficient and professional operations of the Sheriff's Office as provided in the Constitution and the Code of Virginia. A lot of people don't realize this, but the Sheriff is a constitutional office. That means I'm not a city. These are not city employees or state employees or constitutional officers employed, and their constitutional officers as the positions are provided for in the Constitution of Virginia. We're the only elected officials that are provided for in the Constitution of Virginia. That's why they call us constitutional officers. Other than that, it doesn't mean much. It means I got to get my money from the state and the city, both. But we're a constitutional office. Organizational values. Through teamwork and partnership with the community, the shared values to which we as an organization must aspire to include four words: commitment, integrity, compassion, and professionalism. These aren't words to us, they're a way of life to us. And it's going to be a way of life to you all. And it should have been the way of life for the last 15 weeks. Commitment. We will stand firm in our commitment as to the safety and security of all persons in our care and custody, and those persons for whom we serve as our paramount. Integrity. We will earn and maintain the trust of the citizens by being personally and professionally accountable to the highest ethical and moral standards. We will conduct ourselves above reproach, mindful of the constitutional rights of all to liberty, equality, and justice, with the courage to uphold these convictions free from prejudice and bias. Now, some people might say to you that under integrity, mindful of the constitutional rights of all liberty, equity, and justice, those aren't just words to us. That's what we live on. And if you deprive somebody, I can't think of anybody else that has the authority to deprive somebody of their liberty other than a sworn police officer or a deputy sheriff. And so, you have more power than I had as a state senator, more power than the governor of Virginia has to limit somebody's freedom, and it's an awful big responsibility. So when we have investigations into abuse of that power, I always welcome them. I always welcome those investigations because the citizens should be wary of what the law enforcement community is doing, and they need to make sure that they're staying within their boundaries. And that's why we have to continue. I remember we had a demonstration at Virginia Beach one time, and it was about this kid that killed somebody on Wolfsnare Road several years ago, and they were having a demonstration because he was maintaining his innocence. He was found guilty of it, and they wanted to demonstrate. And I called the captains in there, and I said, we're going to have a demonstration here tomorrow, and we're going to protect the constitutional rights of those people that want to go to court. We're going to protect the constitutional rights of those people that want to demonstrate, because demonstration is an important part of our democracy, and I think that you have to recognize that. And so I don't have any difficulty with anybody demonstrating, whether it's Black Lives Matter or anybody else like that, but I do have difficulty when they threaten violence with the demonstration, and that, when they threaten violence with the demonstration, we have to prepare for it, whether it happens or not, and it's just as costly and time consuming as if we have the violence. And so I think demonstration is a core function of our government, and the people's protest the right to the First Amendment, but I think that we have to have controls on it to make sure it doesn't go violent. We have compassion. We will be responsive and empathetic to the welfare of all persons and each other. We will treat everybody with dignity, respect, and understanding. We will provide quality service and professionalism. We will provide quality services through motivated, dedicated, and well-trained employees. Our actions, attitudes, and appearance will demonstrate self-discipline, attention to duty, and service to our community. Now, I was trying to figure out how to sum up where we are in Virginia Beach, the Virginia Beach Sheriff's Office. But I'm taking some of this out of our annual report. So if you want to see the whole report, you can pull it up on the internet and get the whole report there. But the last 2 years have been incredibly challenging, but also incredibly opportunistic. I could not be more proud of our accomplishments and the way that my deputies and civilians have navigated these difficult times. It has never been more apparent to me that I have the very best sheriff's office and the best deputies in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Our biggest challenge has been COVID-19 pandemic. We have worked tirelessly to evolve and adapt our operations to ensure the health and safety of the inmates, the contractors, the staff, and the deputies. It has been a daily struggle to keep COVID out of the jail and manage the quarantine of the new admissions with the constraints of our available housing. Sidestep for a second about that. Last week I asked Tori to get the data for me on COVID. We quarantined everybody that comes into the facility for 14 days. Now we changed that to 10 days now. And we got the data on that, and less than 0.2% of the inmates coming into the facility had COVID. And then we had about 400 inmates who had COVID at one time, and not one of them died. 90% of them were asymptomatic, and that was the COVID initiative. And so, I think it has played hard on a number of things, and I'm going to go into that here. I can say that our efforts have been successful. While many other jails and prisons have been ravaged by COVID-19, we have successfully kept COVID-19 out of the general population. This is accomplished because of the dedication of my deputies who continue to fight the COVID every day. However, the pandemic and difficulties of the job have taken a toll on the workforce, and we're expecting a record high number of sworn vacancies. And that's why y'all are so important right now. We have to get you in and fill some of these vacancies. To fill these positions, we have increased our recruitment efforts this year and lowered our hiring age from 21 to 18. We have two graduates in here that are 19, I think, now. And so it's the first time that they've been in here, that we've had under 21-year-olds in here, and we're very proud that they've decided to make this their career. I'm encouraged by the high caliber of the young men and women who have joined our team. Despite the pandemic and staff shortages, we provide manpower support to Virginia Beach Police Department this year, walking side by side at the ocean front and helping during the major events and the holiday weekends. Public safety is a team effort, and I am incredibly proud of my deputies for stepping up and to ensure the safety of our community. I'm also grateful for the warm reception that we received from our brothers and sisters on the police department, which extended all the way up to Chief Paul Newdigate. Paul Newdigate took me aside and he said if it wasn't for us, he would not have been able to survive this year down at the beachfront. And every time I meet the supervisors over there, they're glowing on their comments, and it's about the professionalism of the deputies. I would be remiss if I didn't touch on mental health, which has been a priority of mine through my tenure as sheriff. Most importantly, 2 years ago, I obtained a $3 million grant from the state for a new mental health program, which integrated the Virginia Beach Department of Health and Human Services into the jail. The results are astonishing. Not only did we stretch the money to last for 4 years, we also discovered that 89% of the jail population suffers from mental illness, which is higher than we ever knew. In fact, when I became sheriff, I went to the health department and the community service boards, and I said, I think that our jail population is about 30-40% mentally ill, and they said, no, it's about 10%. I said, I disagree with you. And so, during this program that we got started here, we had them come in and do the interviews now, and they come back and said that 89% of our people are mentally ill. And so, the problem is terrible. And you can't rehabilitate a mentally ill person, you got to treat them. You can't treat a criminal, you got to rehabilitate them. And so a lot of jails, and including ours, have been focusing on issues that we had thought were pretty clear, but weren't clear. You know, this is one of the reasons why it's been a high topic of, or high priority of mine. Let me see. We discovered that, as I said, 89% of the jail population suffer from mental illness, which is far higher than we ever knew. However, our program works. Of the 387 inmates who have been released after receiving services through the program, 97% have not returned to the jail, which is a complete reversal. Before, and we had a 97% recidivism rate within 3 years. Now I have a 97% clearance rate, but only a 3% recidivism rate, which is fantastic. It's greater than I ever thought it would be, and it's a model for the rest of Virginia. And I think the Sheriff's Association is going to follow that this year. They're going to try and make it statewide this year. None of this happens by chance. It happens because of the leadership, imagination, and hard work. It happens because of the 500 men and women who come to work every day and put the safety of Virginia Beach first. I am proud to be their sheriff, and I'm proud to be your sheriff. And my commitment to you is that your safety will always come first. And I can't tell you that, you know, I was a Virginia Beach police officer for 11 years. I was a state senator for 18 years. I was a lawyer during that time period. I've been a lawyer for about 25 years. Don't hold that against me. I'm not a real lawyer. I read the law. And so I think that, and I've been the sheriff now for 12 years. And every day I put on a uniform, I've been proud to put that badge on, and I hope you will too. If you're not proud to put the badge on, you need to get another job. If you're proud to put a badge on, then you still ought to continue working. But we need you, and I want to wish you the best and tell you that we got your back, and tell the families that we'll protect them. And we run a very clean jail and a safe jail, and I can't tell you how happy I am to see you. So thank you all very much, and congratulations to the graduates.
And now we will acknowledge the graduates of Class 5121. Class, attention. Right face, forward, march. Deputy Austin DeMay. Deputy Brad Doherty. Deputy Toy Hinton. Deputy Bernicia Johnson. Deputy Brianna Lynch.
Thank you very much. Thank you for what you will do.
Deputy Eric Osborne. Deputy Joshua Sheets. Deputy Cipriana Steck. Deputy Cameron Vassar. At this time, we will present the Special Recognition Awards. Throughout the Academy, these recruits compete for 5 awards. They are Top Academic Achievement, Top Physical Fitness, Top Gun, Top Defensive Driver, and Top Academic Graduate. Top Academic Achievement goes to the recruit who scored the highest grade point average on all written tests combined. The winner of this award with a grade point average of 94.6 is Deputy Joshua Sheets. Top Physical Fitness is awarded to the recruit that had the highest score during our LawFit program. The LawFit program consists of the following: maximum bench press, sit and reach, pull-ups or lat pull-downs, a 1.5 mile run, and an obstacle course. The winner of this award is Deputy Eric Osborne. Top Gun is awarded to the recruit who shot the best overall during all qualification courses of fire while on the range. The winner of this award is Deputy Brad Doherty. Top defensive driver is awarded to the recruit who demonstrated proficiency and control while engaging in emergency response driving during the emergency vehicle operation courses. The winner of this award is Deputy Toy Hinton. Top Academy graduate is awarded to the recruit who had the best overall performance throughout the academy. This recruit had the highest average in all categories combined. The winner of this award, Deputy Cameron Vassar.
This is a unique moment. This is a 19-year-old graduate. He finished top in his class, and I think it speaks volumes. I've always felt that if somebody can go to war and be in the military service at 17 and 18, they can be a deputy sheriff or a police officer at 17 and 18. And these gentlemen have just proven that, so thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. At this time, I would like to call the class president, Deputy Eric Osborne, to the stage.
This is an honor and a dream come true to be representing the Virginia Beach Sheriff's Office. I moved here from Ohio 2 days before swearing in with the Virginia Beach Sheriff's Office, with no place picked out to live yet. The neighborhood I grew up in was pretty drug infested. We lived across the street from a house that was raided every other month. Prostitutes walked up and down the streets daily, and just a block away from the neighborhood gang. I beat the odds. I remember spending many nights up till 3 and 4 in the morning searching for a way out. When I moved here, I had no car, but that was no excuse. In this line of work, there are no excuses. I would either walk the 4.2 miles to work or run. Once I got to work, I would do a 30-minute workout and then get dressed for my 12-hour shift. After my 12-hour shift, I would go and do another workout for about 2 hours and then run 4.2 miles home, making sure that I was staying in peak physical condition. But just like I persevered through the adversity, we all have over the past 17 weeks. One of my favorite quotes is, in order to get something you never had, you must be willing to do something you've never done. Over the course of the past 17 weeks, I think we all can agree that we've all been tested at some point. We've had to look in the mirror and ask ourselves, is this really what we want? from pushing us to our limits mentally and physically with our physical fitness training, challenging us in the classroom, and pushing us to come together as a team to help each other out getting through our exams, to hearing 3 words we never want to hear again, to the field. It's safe to say that we were willing to do things we've never done in order to get something we've never had. This academy has given us cramps to the point we thought we couldn't finish the runs. We've got cuts, scrapes, and bruises from defensive tactics. We've been blinded and choked by OC spray, felt like race car drivers during evac week, became great shooters from the many hours spent at the gun range, and last but not least, suffocated from the gas house. But most importantly, when we needed one another, we came together and helped each other get through the tough times so that we could be here on this day. But we aren't done here, because the top of one mountain is the bottom of another. We've all grown a tremendous amount from our instructors, helping us understand what it takes to not be average, but what it takes to become a deputy to protect and serve this community. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else training with any other staff in this country, being led by none other than Deputy Drew and soon to be Sergeant Payton. You two have done an amazing job leading and preparing us for this day and preparing us to be the future of law enforcement. There is a quote I heard on my first day to work on the radio, and it said, "One of the most important things on your tombstone is the dash between the day you were born and your expiration date." So to my classmates and every sworn officer and first responder across the nation, I challenge you all until your expiration date to make your dash count. Be the change you want to see. Serve your communities with honor and integrity on and off duty. Stay ready to lead and follow. Don't ever quit. Take responsibility for your actions and the actions of your fellow deputies and officers. Triumph through discipline, innovation, and courage. Train to fight, fight to win, never fail, and earn your badge every damn day. Don't chase dreams, outrun them. And now I will present the Academy Class 5121 plaque to Deputy Drew.
At this time, Deputy Drew will retire the flag of Class 5121. Class, attention. Class, about face. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduates of Basic Academy 5121.
Class, about face. Class 5121.
If today's to be the day,
So be it. Dismiss. Right face. Fall out.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today. Thank you for all your support you have given these recruits. And thank you for taking part in the celebrating class of 5121. The graduates will meet you outside for pictures shortly. This concludes the ceremony.